What's happening, everybody? I'm back. I'm back. I don't know how many I'm gonna have here today. I do see Coach DeWitt said Coach Stanley rocking the Philly hoodie too. I think he called Texas, but that was a great game. Yes, it was a great game. Absolutely, positively. If I did, I'm not sure when I said Texas. I mean, I had a couple of teams that I thought, um, you know, could get SC, but I'm not gonna lie that as of recently I had taken that off, but I did see them as possibility. I thought Tennessee was a possibility, and both of those games were really close. So, and each time, the only one I felt confident in November about beating and not be close was UCLA for South Carolina, but not that I did. I think the other ones I felt that that real possibilities that that they could have a chance to win if they play the cards right. And if all things were to fall into place. But honestly, looking back at it, it did have a lot to do with whether Ashton Watkins was playing. I think things would be different. Give me a second. Phones are ringing in the house. Apologize. Sorry about that. I'm back, everybody. I'm back. Okay. So, I was trying to wait for more people to join. I've been having problems with, the StreamYard and the clarity of it. When I look back at the videos on YouTube, no one's told me that I'm blurry. But on my camera, it looks clear. If anybody is in here that is usually rocking with me, let me know if my screen is clear and if you can see me okay without the blurriness. I gotta test this out before I actually, you know, go up again. We're having if you ended Instagram. This is expected not continue to try create new Instagram. Yeah, I see what the wit said. If you're new here, like and subscribe, make a comment, say hello. Having new people join is not a problem, but I want to know who's here, who I'm talking with. Don't be shy. It's you're in my cave. You're in a safe place to talk hoops. Lot going on. I gotta talk to my peeps. I don't know what the best time yet is to reach some of y'all, but we got a big game coming up. USC, UCLA, and there's gonna be a lot of conversations flowing in and out of out there on the streets, so to speak, and I know it, and I want to be able to calm my support down because I know how it can get. I know how people can be um, with testing us. Right? It still has issues. Okay, thank you. That's what I'm trying to see right now. So, nature, is it blurry? Is that what you're saying? Is it blurry? I want to know. I want to know if it's blurry. Hold on, I'm trying to add. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna get some help. But you can hear me okay, but it's just blurry. Is that what you're saying? I'm trying to see it myself on YouTube. Hold on. I need you guys to. The video quality is off. Yeah, the video quality. But how about the sound? Sometimes. How's the sound right now? How's the sound right now? Give me a one if you can hear me. The quality is crazy. That is crazy. Okay, I got six that popped up. I don't know if you guys are still here. Thank you, Nature, for saying so. Right now, sound seems fine. Okay, right now, but the quality of the video, hmm, quality of the video, not good. I don't know what to do. My fingers are laggy. Did that. Okay. Tell me if it's still that way because I'm gonna restart my router. I want to restart my router, but I need to know if the video is the videos. Hold on, let me scroll down in case you're saying something. Is video still bad? I do low volume here. Is it still low volume? But tell me about the video part because I can fix the volume. But tell me about the video. Is it still blurry? Because I'm looking on Instagram and it looks fine. What are your video quality settings? 17. I took it off of high resolution. Why your video quality setting is flickering? It's flickering. But it's fine. It looks fine on Instagram. You guys, you don't check in the Instagram. Huh? video that I actually wanted to show you all. It's crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this off and then I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna restart my router. So come on back, guys, when you get a chance. Let's see. All right, tell me now, guys. How does this look? Is it still um, poor poor video quality, blurry or flickering or anything like that? I restarted the router. Okay, it looks like I can see myself better on the TV. That better, guys? Are you still here? Dang, I lost all my audience. I had people here. Bummer. It's good now? Okay, so in the future, Jacob, remind me if that happens, if you see me go blurry or any problems like that, if you're available and you're in, let me know. Hey, Nippy, you or Nippy. Nippy still hasn't become a wrench. I don't know what it is that you saw. I think she's going to have to give me her that email name, the YouTube channel, because she has a lot of names. So for whatever reason, that wasn't the right one, but you got it. You got it just fine. But I wanted Nip to be a wrench. But thank you guys for hanging in there. Everyone can use different watching methods. Yeah, everybody could use different watching methods. But if sometimes if you go into Instagram, from my Instagram channel, I don't always check in there. I see Jeffrey Rezundi. Welcome. I see you on Instagram. A lot of us are in the YouTube. I can see the YouTube channel. I messaged the right one to you on Discord. Sure. That'll be fine. Appreciate that. I'd love to have you as a wrench. And then like Jacob, thank you for letting me know if you can, you guys, when I'm blurry, because apparently I needed to restart the router according to instructions here. But hey, you know how it is with technology, y'all. Anyway, but today I saw something. I teared up. I guess I'm a softie for USC, man. Man, it was, you know me. I tried to show you guys on YouTube before, and it worked a couple times. I was able to play the game, or I was able not the game, but go to a YouTube and then share my screen, and it was on Kennedy Smith. It was you learned her journey a little, and you got to see the moment she walked in and let the team and coaches know she was coming to USC. And then they talked about why they wanted her, and then you could see the relationship with Jude and how Jude really wanted her to come there. And it's just so funny to me because Nippy and I, we'd be going through watching Jude's old high school videos, games, and stuff like that. And then there was this one particular game that was heartbreaking for Jude. And it stopped her from going to the state championship after being ranked number one the year before, winning the state championship. And yeah, it was kind of cool that and it made sense when I saw the video why Kennedy chose um, USC, and I thank God that she did because I think she is like perfect for the Trojans, and the Trojans are perfect for her. She could have fit anywhere, they said, but it's a matter. And I think Kennedy. I want to say she was number 6 in the country. Um, if anyone wants to correct me, I believe she was number 6. But like, even though they could have gone higher, uh, some of the maybe offer scholarships to someone higher than her or what have you. It's not about really where you're ranked, why they choose you. It's about what kind of fit do you fit? Do you fit what they're looking for and what they need? Because you don't want to pick someone and they ride the bench because it really isn't like a strong fit. But it was such a perfect fit to the puzzle this year to what we needed that that's obviously why she started and why she's a starter. And next year, and I know we're still in this year, she was 6. Okay. Yeah, she was 6. She was 6. She was pretty hot. Sarah Strong. I remember seeing that list too, Nippy. It was cool because you got to see like Sarah Strong and Joyce Edwards, people like that were on this list. And to see Kennedy's name pop up, and I was like, they crazy. Like, Ken should be higher for real. And even if she isn't, they wanted her because it was more important about how she fit into the program. And the minute I started seeing how she plays, and the minute I seen her in high school, but then when I seen that dog in there, I was like, oh my God, this is the piece that's missing. And it's so cool because Jew's number 11, excuse me, Jew's 12, and Ken is gonna be off the chain next year. The two of them are gonna be dogged, and then we're gonna squeeze in Jazzy Davidson, and we're still gonna have Avery, and we're still gonna have Kaylee Hecko, and we still haven't seen Laura Williams. We still haven't seen her play, so we really don't know how she gets down, right? I'm excited. I'm excited because I got Viv I could watch, but she's just gonna have to work really, really hard. Some of the players that I think that that they were number 4. What is it? What do you guys call it? 4-star. We call it 4-star, right? Some of the 4-star players are very good, but I think they're trying to get their stronger, college strong. They can play that 2-3 minutes, but they can't really play the minutes that say Kennedy plays as a starter. You can clearly see she just looked like she'd been here before. Avery plays a certain amount of minutes, Heckel, but they're not really like able to come in like a Juju or so far that I've seen in a Kennedy and as a freshman or a Sarah Strong that can give you like starter minutes, starter hardcore minutes. What up, Blue Egg? I said that right. Kennedy is a missile. You right about that. Sarah Strong. Jelani Cambridge is a person that that's amazing to come in and as a freshman and carry, take on a responsibility, especially as a point guard. That's heavy. Or even Kiyomi plays a lot of minutes, even as she's learning how to fight. Silas Swords, they were on the list. Kay Koval, she was on the list. Yep. Yeah, those were the ones. Okay. That's what it was. And I had just saw that. They were the ones that were ahead. See, my chat better than yours. And they were the ones that were ahead of her. So I'm going to try to play this. And I need y'all to tell me if you can hear. Is everything good? Is YouTube allowing me to play this? Because I was just loving it. Like today, I was just enjoying it by myself. And hold on, let's see. And I said, I gotta show them this.
What do you feel like you have left to prove to yourself?
I want to keep my confidence at a very consistent level, and I don't want it to fluctuate from how I'm playing in the game. So I think just my mental is where I want to see myself grow a little more.
Today at training, you got emotional because you were frustrated.
Very much, yeah. I wasn't very happy with my performance last game, so I wanted to get in the gym just to get shots up, hopefully get my shot back. I think I'm my biggest critic, and I'm very hard on myself, and I want to see my game in the game. I just get very hard on myself.
Can you talk about what
You're sort of setting up the question, the thing that was in my mind even before you finished that separates Kennedy is just this care about winning. Kennedy, I think, has always been someone that just, like you said, is a dog, is a competitor, wants to win, has done more winning than almost anybody at this level. So that definitely is, you know, one of her kind of unique qualities and almost like her secret sauce, so to speak, beyond her skill.
When you think of Kenny Smith, the first thing I think you think of is winner. She's one of the most winningest players in California state history. She has beaten everybody in California since her sophomore year. Multiple time state champ, section champ now. What makes her super competitive is the edge that she plays with. There's a chip that she has when she represents her family, when she represents Anawana being a public school, when she represents like the kid that gets overlooked. I think for her first 2 years in the state of California, people are like, oh yeah, Kennedy's kind of good. But realize that she's elite. And I think that she's always done a really good job of making it cool and any court that she could play with the best of them.
Who is Kennedy Smith?
She is relentless. She does not stop.
Toughness.
Fearless on the court and always comes at you.
Someone that just, like you said, is a dog, is a competitor.
Toughness, the dog, the resiliency.
Just an all-around dog, defense, offense.
How would you define dog?
A dog is a player that's gritty, always plays hard, plays on both ends of the floor, has an attitude and an ego about him, plays with a confidence that's like no other, and believes that they can play anybody on the floor at any time, any place, anywhere. That's a dog.
Kennedy's accolades include Freshman State Player of the Year, Sophomore State Player of the Year, and Junior State Player of the Year. Now she's a senior, so you can kind of see the pattern there. Oh, and by the way, straight A's, taking several honors and AP courses on our campus. And at this point, Kennedy is on track to be the Inland Empire's first McDonald's and Jordan Brand All-American. On the court has afforded her this opportunity. Please join me in recognizing Kennedy Smith and all she has accomplished as an Eagle.
Kennedy likes to play the game the right way. So with her being selfless, it's just part of the game. It's how the game is supposed to be played. If there's an extra pass that needs to be made, she's going to pass the ball. Even though she's good, she doesn't want to be the one that's like, oh, I'm better than you, I need to take all the shots. If she sees other players that are open and it's the better pass, it's the better play, she's going to pass the ball. And it's almost as if the basketball is a family member and she doesn't want anybody messing with her family member. She's going to
comes, I think, not from forced to look at her because of the things she was about as well.
Value is her defense as far as the coaching staff's focus when recruiting her.
Yeah, when you watch Kennedy play, she can guard any position on the floor, 1 through 5. And I think that starts with the willingness to guard people 1 through 5. There's a lot of high school kids who do not want to take that challenge. She can guard the best player on the floor. She can guard a shooter. She can guard a post. She can guard a guard. I think that she is one of the few players where she gets going by playing defense. She likes taking the ball from people. She likes getting stops. Then she gets her 20 points or 25 points after that. When you look at high school prospects, we always try to find things that are transferable to college. If you can play defense at elite level, that means as a freshman, you have a chance to be on the floor right away and play defense as well.
What made her special in our program is the fact that Etowanda was always known as a defensive-minded program, but she took that to a whole nother level, being able to play on the defensive end on all positions from 1 through 5. She had that ability to do that all the time, every game. It didn't matter. She took any assignment that was needed to help her team win a ball game.
One of the things that for her translates to the next level right away in a very elite way is her ability to defend. And actually, since she's signed with us, we've seen her play a ton, both in high school and all this all-star circuit. And we said in our group chat the other day, she's 2 steps ahead of everybody. She can guard the ball, she can switch, she can help somebody, she can help the helper. I mean, she is elite defensively, and that was a huge part of our conversation and kind of what your eyes are drawn to first. And that's not to take away from the fact that she can give you 30 or hit a big 3 or get to the rim, but I think her defensive tenacity and her defensive versatility is very much the modern player. I mean, you watch NBA Finals, you talked about like a Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, and this idea that like they're hard to score on as well as being great players, like that's the mold that she's in.
How did you feel about the...
I talked to her and I told her, I was like, you have to make the best decision for yourself. Take anybody else's opinion out of the equation and do what's best for you and what makes you happy. I told her that I don't have to play there. I don't have to be around the coaches. I don't have to be on campus. I don't have to take the classes. So you have to do what's best for you. And she picked USC, and I was very happy for her with her decision. She didn't have a bad choice. Any of those schools would have been great for her, but she only could pick one, and she picked the one that was best for her.
It seems like Kennedy's commitment was a particularly special one for you. Why would you say that is?
I'm excited. A little nervous.
You nervous?
Yes.
Why?
I don't know.
What are you gonna say when you walk in?
I'm gonna be like, I don't know. Like, hey y'all, I'm home.
Hi guys.
She's here. Surprise! I'm home. Do y'all like my sweatshirt? Yeah.
Guess who walked in the door? Kennedy Smith! Crier.
Don't cry. Yeah.
So it's hard not to cry for me watching that again, but it's more you captured like the most special essence of it, which is it was so genuine and such joy and such emotion that you can't manufacture that.
Oh, stop playing! Oh!
What emotions come up for you watching that?
Gratitude, thankfulness, man. Like, I really appreciate this kid. Like, getting into the ability to recruit her and getting to know her and Monica very well. It was like, you know, almost became family.
Oh my gosh. Take it. What the heck?
Having watched
Oh, okay. I'm okay. Bruh. I remember my recruitment process and da 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 da. And I was like, I'm really up in the air. I really don't know how I'm feeling. And at the time, I really didn't know.
Hey, Jamie. I'm sorry. I was like, what?
She's funny, bro.
What emotions does looking back on that day bring up for you?
Bro, I was just so excited and so surprised. I literally had no idea. And like I said in the video, she I think she had text me like a couple of days before. It was like, yeah, I don't know about SC. Like, so I was like, damn, like we lost her. I was literally telling my mom, I'm like, I don't think she gonna go, and we was sick about it. But then she just came in that day, and like you could see, I was just so hyped. So
Why was Kennedy so important to this coaching staff?
Yeah, so when you look at like recruiting kids, we all have needs that you need to fill, and part of that is the things that the kids bring skill wise. Part of that is the things they bring culturally, and part of that is just who that person is. And she checked all three boxes. So you could have gave me the number 1, 2, 3, whatever 4 player in the country, whoever may be on that list, and still Kennedy to us was above them because that's who we needed. That's the character that we wanted in our locker room. That's the winning mentality we wanted on our floor. That's the person we wanted in our community. Like, you don't find kids out the IE that are top ranked in the world. You have to keep those people home. You have to. I don't need to go to Pennsylvania to find a kid, or Florida. I have a kid right here who's just as good, or if not better than anybody in the country. And that's why it was special. Like, I love the fact that like she's always bet on herself to win. Like, coming to SC wasn't something foreign for her because she's won everywhere she's been, and she's going to win here too.
What are you going to miss most about coaching Kennedy?
The fire, the passion, the ability to perform at some of the highest moments, how the relationship she built with her teammates, the relationship she built with me. It wasn't easy, a lot of ups and downs, but more highs than anything. The respect that we had for one another to take this public school and take it to a level that nobody could ever imagine. She will always be missed because she took the game of basketball and took it to another level at the high school level. And she almost made herself a household name just because she was in that gym constantly working on the things that she wasn't good at to make herself a great basketball player. And she leaves here with the most accolades that you can ever see a high school player get. And she's still not even nowhere near and scratched the surface of where she's gonna be. She's helped this program grow into a national power, and she's because of her.
But anyway, Kenny got something to say.
Peace out.
Y'all. Oof. Y'all. I don't know what's going on with my picture, but I'm glad it's off right now because I got tears in my eyes watching this. I don't know what makes me so emotional about this, but you talk about you talk about a person that everybody described in such a clear cut way that we don't even know her, and we can see everything that they have said about Kennedy Smith. And I gotta say kudos to her mother, to, I mean, the coach I felt like the coach had tears in his eyes just thinking about, her not being there, and, the excitement on Juju Watkins' face, how Juju was checking in with her. Man, this, she was like, Ju hugged her so tight when she came. Like, she was so excited. And to know that your star player is not in competition with you, and know that your star player wants you to come, is just, yeah. I mean, I can't even turn the camera on. The camera's off. I didn't turn it off. I don't know what's going on with it, but my eyes are just welled up right now because of how much this kid means to this program. And you got to understand, like they said, it's a public school. Like the way that the Ball brothers is, Chino has Dinah Taurasi, the Ball brothers, and now they have Kennedy Smith, and Chino is like I said, somebody said 60 miles, right, about an hour, but Mondo hit it dead ass, like, for real. Like, it's with traffic, it's gonna be more than that, right? It's gonna be more than that. And her personality fits. I mean, her game fits. I mean, the two of them next year are gonna be off the chain together. Like, I don't feel like we're gonna have a drop off. Um, we can't have on the court at the same time, and it's going to be an issue because of the style of play. Ju played great defense. I feel like she played great defense, but we really needed her so much in offense and her usage last year as a freshman that it was like a bonus to have her do a lot of the defensive work and rebounding. She averaged like 7.5 compared to 6.5 now. But what I really want to say is, but it didn't. Okay. What I really want to say is that on Thursday, my X factor is, this is a candid conversation. As much as Ju's gonna do, Kiki's gonna do, Kennedy Smith, what Kaylee's gonna do, what Avery's gonna do, Kennedy Smith is gonna be my X factor. And she's an X factor because Kennedy is a winner at all levels. She has a super high IQ. She's a 4.0 student. She has got all the accolades, all levels, just like Ju. I think she probably was Gatorade National Player of the Year. Probably. Well, I can't say L.A. County because it's not L.A. County. It's San Bernardino County. So she probably was all San Bernardino County, And, Ju comes out of a private school when it comes to Sierra Canyon. But a public school kid doing what she was doing and choosing Etowanda, which is actually my high school colors, orange and black, was just like, wow, who is this kid? I've never heard of her. Like, where did the heck she come from, And, yeah, I just feel like she's going to be our X factor. She's going to be that factor that we need because her motor is just so high. You know what I mean? It's just like when it comes to big moments, she meets the moments. And, yeah, yeah, Kennedy, yeah, she's what you say, looks like she's designed to shine. She's just designed to shine. And I heard someone tell me, if they heard the coach say, like, Coach D was like, Kennedy has never lifted weights. She hasn't even touched the weights yet, like for real, till this year. And she ain't no weight lift. She can't get down on the weights like Juju can. But I'm scared when she does get that stronger body that woman body, that body that she's gonna get on top of what she can do, right? Y'all, she ain't even scratched the surface, you guys. No, Jacob, that was my dream about spending time traveling and working part time now. Be for real about no show. You grew up, don't know the word that ass, man. It means seriously. Yeah, you guys are funny. I know you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I'm not gonna leave. I just need to step out of the studio for a second to see if I can get my camera back on. All right, I'm back. I'm back. I promise you I wasn't hiding from y'all, but y'all didn't want to see me tear up like that. That I just found that today. And you 59, I missed that. I was 59. That makes sense. Mondo, you up there with me. Spent many years in Etowanda Gym as an assistant coach on the girls' side years ago. What, Mondo? Wow. So you know all about Etowanda then, huh? What was the school that Dinah came out of Chino? Chino, I don't know if it's just Chino Hills. I think the Ball Brothers are actually, it's called Chino Hills, and then it was, I knew the name of Dinah School. And see, I just hate that back in the day, like we let these California kids get away. Like, why didn't Dinah take a chance on her shoulder to come to USC and want to do what Juju's doing? Yeah, my daughter went to E High. E High. Etowanda, how good were they when you were an assistant coach? Kennedy is averaging 28 minutes to 10 points, 5 rebounds, 2 steals. You love that documentary, Nori? Wasn't it like good? Like told a story in just 11 minutes, and I got a sense of who this kid is. I can see from the, probably the reason I kind of feel close to her because I see her crazy self in the vlogs. I don't know if some of you guys follow the vlogs. I watch the vlogs of Dominique Darius and Malia Salmon, especially Dominique's the videos, and I see how well like they love her. Like you could tell at Etowanda that they loved her as a teammate, and they were genuinely excited for her and proud of her. And just to see, like, I think her mom obviously knew her well, and I love the advice that she gave her, and I love the coach. Like he got it, and um, the USC men coach, he nailed it. Like he nailed that in terms of what Kennedy offers and what she need, what they needed, and what she fit for the program. Nah, LA front office was asleep. They didn't know. Kiki Rice also did the same thing for high school. Now they're a good basketball school because of Kiki. It just takes one, to kick it off. I mean, following behind you is Jersey Robinson, thank goodness, and then following behind Country Day High School in La Jolla, California, which is in San Diego. Uh, Following behind Kelsey Plum comes Tahina Powpow. Then comes Jada Williams and Bray Coleman. I mean, it's like it just takes one to where you like, you know what, that's the school I want to go to. So and so went there, and hopefully, and it's probably based on the coach, um, the coaching staff and the coaches that are there that you want to play for this program. But like, been a good league champ about 20 something years straight. We had some squad, but had trouble with modern day. Yeah, Polly. Yes, Mondo. Uh huh. Mondo knows. Which other schools was Kennedy considering? I don't know yet, Nori. That I haven't found out. I haven't heard. Imagine being in the top 6 in the country. You got your choice. Modern Day was a problem. Modern Day was a problem for a long time in SoCal. Long Beach Poly. I think even Long Beach Wilson. I'm thinking of track though. Long Beach Poly, Long Beach Wilson. I don't want to keep talking about way back 40 years ago, my day, 30 years, 40 years ago. But yeah, Modern Day was always like a top girls school. And then Windward was on the map, and Juju was there for freshman and sophomore year. You can barely hear me. Can you hear me now? Okay. Can anyone hear? Okay. Yeah, I saw this. I don't think it's you. It's this thing. I need to turn it up. What is the name of the top high school women's basketball league in Metro LA? Sarah Canyon. But also he's breaking it down. Think Nori that we're talking about like modern day. Um, but I think Sarah Canyon, and then like you're saying, LA County. You called it Metro LA, like because we got like LA County goes from like Pomona to Antelope Valley, and then you have on the outskirts you got San Bernardino, which is where you saw Jaden Daniels that went to LSU and is a Commanders football team quarterback. He's in the San Bernardino area. Down at Taurasi, the Ball Brothers, that's Chino High School. Then you got San Diego County further on down, right? So Southern California is large, but Southern California is broken up into like independent school districts and stuff like that. So, you got Riverside County, right? You got Riverside County where Cheryl and Reggie are from. So LA, it's kind of hard to explain, but you get the gist. I mean, like modern day Long Beach, Wilson, Long Beach Poly, modern day. You got Oakwood, you got Oak Christian. You got Orange County, which is another like Laguna Hills, and can't remember what's it, Mondo? What is those little rich areas down there? Forget those schools. But like Oak Christian, Oakwood, something like some of those schools like that, they're just all like they're private schools. Some that I'm naming, those are like private schools. I'm not sure about modern day though. Jaden Daniels got cousins and BR. I don't know what BR for real means. I don't know what that means. Your sound is low. It's still low. Is it low now? Tell me now, cause I can hear myself, and you probably can hear Bougie snoring for today. Is it low now? Got a new microphone, so it's just me knowing how to adjust it properly. You appreciate that short video? It has certainly sparked my interest to know more about Kennedy's story. It does. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to spark you to get to know some of the other players and just their background, and really just to credit Coach Gottlieb in her recruiting, y'all. Like y'all, I don't think you understand. If I can find another one to show you like a story like that, like say on Kaylee Heckel or Avery Howe. These three are the fiveys. These three are the 5-star recruits. Sound better than before now. Okay, good. There's just certain buttons I need to turn up. Just there's only one BR. Dang, I don't even know BR. What is he saying? I can't think fast as you, Washu. What is a BR? And then when you say it, I'm gonna know. Like, oh, brother, you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. But Ken Dog, Baton Rouge. No, I don't know nothing about Louisiana, bro. I ain't never even been there. Hopefully he makes one for Jazzy. Man, you need both. Like, I can't even hardly find film, but I know that they're a heck of excited about getting Jazzy. And Jazzy's a lefty, which is cool. It's like Jazzy a lefty. So whatever side she want to be on, that's what I was telling you the other day. I was like, Jazzy, I think with the right strength and body, like having Jazzy on the left, Ken on the right, do as Like, how are we gonna do this? I know she doesn't mind going four guards, one big. I know she doesn't mind that because at the height that they all are, 6'2", 6'1", 6 feet, to that. What I don't even know what Jazzy's height is, but we're still can like you can post up, you know, Jazzy maybe can, maybe Ken can. You still can do that, and you still got Avery. Avery to me, if I were her, I would work heavily on my cardio and my stamina and my legs and my strength. Like, you know, she needs to get in the weight room. Heckle need to get in the weight room. Ryan Fostier needs to get in the weight room, um, so that you can pay, so that you can contribute and play heavy minutes. Um, there's a USC girl who's blogging USC practices. Yeah, that's I told you, Dominique Darius. Well, she can't show you the practice. She just shows you after together. There's extra cool stuff. You can see the chemistry of the girls. She on that video in the background, your video background. Washu, that's Dominique Darius, correct, Jacob. I see there are numerous divisions in LA City, for sure. You absolutely right. Oh shit, yeah, wasn't she UCLA? Yep. I don't know who was UCLA. The fact that Kennedy comes out of public school makes her story even sweeter, don't it, Louie? That's what makes it even sweeter to me, is that she's coming out of a public school, and just makes me so proud. Like I'm a public school kid, so it's just like to know when you got a kid that come out of public school with not all the fanfare or whatever. She's driving a BMW, so she ain't doing so bad. But just like, she might even come from a single parent home with her mom, and she's just so mature. She's so bright, and so great personality. Nothing moves her. She's like Juju. Nothing. She's not up. She's not down. I know you guys probably. I think Juju's just even killed. Juju shows emotion. She gets excited. She hit the 51. She screamed. Um, when she beat UCLA. Just everything was just so new to her, and she didn't know when they asked her, "What do you expect?" Like, I mean, they're asking her questions before, when they were in the tournament, like 16 and going to Elite Eight. She didn't know what to expect. I don't know. She couldn't give you much in an interview because she doesn't really know what she's supposed to feel or what to expect. You know what I mean? Um, Public schools used to have some real ones back in the day. Tell me about it, Shoot. Maybe now most modern athletes ain't like that. Man, they had some real ones, didn't they? Back in the day? When were public school or private? That's a good question. I'm trying to think. I'm kind of thinking for some reason that I thought Etowanda was in Rancho Cucamonga, but I didn't want to say that because maybe it's nearby, Chino, and she lives there. Kennedy got a good life. She looked like it. Where it's private, okay. Yeah. Because Vanessa Nygaard coached there, and I think Noe even touched there. I think Ebony touched there. I had a couple of before Drew got there. I had a boss whose daughter was going there, and Windward. I remember them saying Windward was like doing a doggone thing. I was like, dang, everybody over there. I need to get over there and try to just catch some games. I want to coach. Kennedy got that hood swagger. She funny. She do. She got a little bit of both. She got a little Valley girl in her too. But you could tell. And what I learned in this one interview, if you guys didn't catch it, I'm actually people been sending it to me, and then me and my godson are actually on one of the shots, on one of the clips, where they're talking about what is it called, USC and UCLA, and it's featuring London Jones, Kiki Irfan, Juju Watkins, and then they interviewed Corey Close, and they interviewed a little bit of Coach Gottlieb. But like I was saying, we all got swagger. He got aunts and uncles. Yeah, you know how you grow up and you be all on your family, marries into, you might end up living on the rich side, but your cousins live like in the hood, so you got a little bit of both because you know you're gonna be visiting, spending time with your cousins. So, um, and so you get to see a little bit of, you know, because London, I guess it was hometown kids because London's from the Los Angeles area. Juju, obviously from Watts. Um, Kiki Irfin, I heard she grew up in Studio City area. So they were just kind of picking the kids from LA to do the video on. So when they say hometown heroes and stuff like that, but Jew is like 15 minutes from, you know, Watts. That's my area that I serviced when I worked for the county. So I got the county area. So I did Compton, Watts, um, South Los Angeles, from my corridor area all the way up to La Cienega. Um, I covered Torrance. Um, yeah, I did some work all over Long Beach. I did work all over the county. So I knew about all the like. Sometimes I would just follow track kids if there was one, you know, track kids that were like popping or whatever. Um, that Etowanda one kind of came about, and Sierra Canyon kind of came about during COVID. It's kind of dope that both y'all got Kiki's in your team. Yeah. Washu Dominique has been with USC for 3 seasons. Cause I think Dominique Darius came over, right? I think she was a transfer. Jones played down in the Corona Narco area, in the IE. London Jones. Yeah, they chose her though. They chose her though because I don't know. Couldn't choose Kiki. Couldn't choose Beth. Couldn't choose Janaya. So I mean, of all the kids, you know, all the kids from UCLA right now, currently, I think she's the closest thing. Coach Corey is from the Bay Area, like me. She's from Milpitas, in the Bay Area. Didn't know, and I think she coached at Florida State. Juju and Lindsay literally brought Cheryl Miller back into the building, straight up, straight up, straight up. I mean, straight up, for real. After years of rocking, that's what I'm saying. Like that's that's like me. That's like you. They literally like if Coop was coaching or something like that. When Cynthia coached, I did catch a couple games. I was hoping that she was gonna bring um, them back to prominence. And you know, I got a couple of their games. My friend's niece was really wanted to go there. Was heavily recruited out of Inglewood, and I think she ended up choosing San Diego State. Um, I mean, there's a time like early 2000s when the Narbonne girls, majority of them ended up going there. I came back to follow their career, but for a long time, you know, hold on, guys. Let me take this call. And so, you know, basically, I just, I just, I don't know. I heard about this kid. I started following her from like high school. Then all of a sudden, I was like, she chose USC. Oh, I said it's cracking. And then when I went to alumni game that was against UCLA, I saw all my friends from USC back in the day, and then Cheryl was there, and I was like, oh, I mean, they were there for the same reason. Cheryl was there for the same reason I was. I was like, okay, we heard about you. We've seen a couple of things, but like, is she really the hype? But when you go see her and you actually see her play and you know see like what she did, it's just incredible. Like we doing it. Like, and I still believe in us. And I knew this year, I knew this. I was probably putting too much on it. Like I didn't think like, oh, we're gonna, you know, they're gonna run through the tournament and she's gonna do what Cheryl did because that was Cheryl had a bunch of people around her to help her get to, you know, the next level. Once she had McGee twins, who was already juniors and then a senior, like, and then you got Coop and then you got the rest of the team. It was like inevitable that and it wasn't as many stops before to get to the championship. So I was like, oh yeah, yeah. But then Jew, I was like, ooh, like can she get to the 8? Can she get to the 4? But for sure, I was like, get to the 8, get to the 4, get some more pieces. Um, let's challenge the best. Let's get to the top. But at the same time, Corey was steady building. Corey Close at UCLA was still building what she was building. Donna's still building what she's building. I was like, I ain't tripping too much. Like, I didn't even think Paige and them was worthy of beating us, Mondo, last year. I felt like it should have gone to the wire. They were like third seed, and we had earned that third. We had to earn that number 1 seed, and so I was like as crushed as Juju was, but it's at the same time surprised. But I could see the progression, and I was like, no, 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 no. We deserve to get to the 4. Do I think that like, oh shoot, yeah, we can beat, um, you know, LSU or South Carolina or something like that? Not necessarily. Not unless Juju goes crazy. But it's, you know, nothing's impossible. But I thought like, okay, you took away the big, you took away an Angel Reese, you took away a Caitlin Clark. You know what I mean? You took away those kind of main seniors and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, now we're getting into to level playing fields. And so when the AP came out and you had us at least third, I was like, yeah, you got that right. You got that right. I don't know about the UConn thing, but you got that right because I never seen Sarah Strong play. So candidly, I'm saying I didn't know what Sarah wasn't even at the USA team when Joyce Edwards, Kennedy Smith, and Kaylee Heckle came back to help that team win. You know, I was like, and we had 2 of them. So, and the thing about it is, you guys are talking Reggie, Mondo, Jones, quiet since SC Glass. She played the big game. Watch, I mean, they got Cody and Jelani. And everybody was telling me about Cody and Jelani's sister, Chance Gray, Theory, all of them. But I was like, you want to play that kind of defense throughout the whole game, and you don't necessarily have a 40% 3-point shooter, or I don't really see someone that can really pop on the outside, because I didn't really feel like they could get to our middle at all, and they didn't. I didn't think they can out-rebound us. I never felt that Ohio State could do it against us. And then you got to take in consideration they're going to get beat up on by UCLA, then you're going to play us. Now, next year, we're going to travel to them, and then now we're going to have to, both us and UCLA going to have to come into town, and usually those games are going to, may or may not play adjacent to each other, more than likely not. So it'll make it a little bit more playing field for Ohio State. But I seen Ohio State on how we handled the first game, and Juju was handling them. It was no fear at all. I had none. Y'all. I don't know if you watch me on Sex Sports. I think Mondo heard me in the very beginning. You heard what I said. And I was like offended. I was like, why? What? I was like, what are y'all seeing in Ohio State that I should be afraid of? Now, right now, LSU cooking right now. But then again, they might not. Then you got you know what I think is cooking right now in Tennessee. But I said that. I said Tennessee might catch. South Carolina. I said Texas, UConn. I mean, not UConn. UCLA. And once I found out that LSU only played them once, but they'll probably see them in the tournament, and they had to go to CLA, I was like, oh God, no, you're not beating them at home. That's a tall order. Jacob, athletes are competitive. Some would rather play against big names. Absolutely. I don't like the conferences. They're so large that you don't get home and home with everything. I know. They're so large. Cause that's how we got used to playing. Like we had to play Lisa Peely in Utah last year. We could not beat them. But where did they go? Nowhere. We had to play Oregon State twice. We had to play Colorado twice. We had to play UCLA twice. I think we played Stanford once until we saw them in the tournament. It was crazy like that. It was like once you kind of played them once, you kind of had a gist of what they're about. And then I like that better. But that one done, it just reminds me of the tournament. Mondo, I guess we speculating on Special K, but Jersey's almost a given. You think so, Washu? Okay. Jersey will be coming into a team during Drew's senior year and Special K a year after, so they don't have anything to worry about. And there's nobody stepping into anybody's shadow. It ain't like that. Ju is a very humble superstar. Okay, what's for Juju is for Juju. No matter what you guys want to say, whether you guys want to tell me Hannah's, I don't give a damn. If Hannah gets Player of the Year, it doesn't matter. Juju is already cemented. Her ceiling is high. What is being designed for her in her career? Her upside is going to be huge in the WNBA because her game is designed for the pro already. So anybody that comes to play with her, it is no egos involved. Vanderbilt's building. I think Vandy's building something special. I think Michigan is building something special. I think that it's it's there's no egos involved. Kennedy's not like that. Ju's not like that. They know. They know already that when you want to win and you want to win a championship, it's start playing. Ain't nobody like, oh, the ball gotta go through me all the time. But you gotta design things to get them in a rhythm because you can't pass the ball and you give them the ball at the last 4 seconds and expect them to create something. So there is speculation on Special K staying at home. I kind of think she will. I really honestly don't know the kid. I can see some stuff about her, but I don't think she's gonna leave California either. Candace Parker will be an influence if Special K comes. I think Shay takes Gino's place. Juju is a quiet assassin. Based on her facial expressions, which are non-existent, you can't tell what she's feeling, and that's the best way to be. All superstars look humble. I mean, Cece looks humble, but doesn't she? Cece is just confident. She's confident. She's passionate. She's very competitive. Not everybody wears their feelings on their shoulder. I think you could see my expressions when like when I would get serious, like, and I would just pull something from deep down, like if we were losing, and I had to go and I had to get in there and gotta rebound but other than that, I didn't like talk stuff. I didn't talk trash. I didn't talk a lot like to other team members or at them. If you keep talking from the sidelines on the bench at me, you're probably going to eventually get a reaction. But my reaction is just going to be, and then I'm going to look at you, but I ain't going to pretty much not going to, go back and forth. I watched Special K's documentary. She wants to stay close to home as a part of a program that feels like family. USC has often been described as that by players. Yep, it's about family at USC for sure, and I'm sure everybody's team has that and says that. It really is. I mean, I think UCLA has a family. They still have like friends. They're still close from back in my day, but I don't know how they are. I don't know that moving forward they're like that. Same thing with USC. They try to remain a family, and that's the culture that Coach G is creating. CC is outspoken and fiery on the court. She's opposite, in my opinion. She yells. I was just thinking about that, yelling at the refs and everything. I was like, oh my god. Like MJ. I mean, look at Kawhi Leonard. He is just totally silent. Like, I'm surprised none of y'all mentioned Kawhi Leonard. He's like stoic. Exactly, Miles is a point god. Asia wears her feelings, but she looks humble. Them superstars, unlike the stars, will always be humble. They got their team playing for them. I mean, and behind the scenes, Asia was very like good to the rookies. It's good to. I mean, you gotta remember, like Ju is. She's not an upperclassman yet, so a lot of responsibility of making those freshmen and underclassmen feel comfortable should be of the upperclassmen. The upperclassmen are important because they've been there. They know what to expect. They help you know what to expect, and most of the time you build relationships mostly with your assistant coaches. I think it's time, Ju and Coach G have a relationship. She's comfortable with her, but I noticed that just recently how she started, like, even though talking to her more about what do you think and what do you see on the court. That doesn't usually happen in your sophomore year, but she has to, and Ju needs to learn how to communicate that. But heck, she's still navigating what's coming at her and how to figure out in her mind how to read this based on what the offense dictates and what everybody around her, what the coach wants, and but trying to instill that to other players. I mean, I see her communicating and saying, "Go here, go here." If it's like towards the end of the game, you see her getting like fired up and things like that. But I mean, I think Mackenzie Forbes did a lot of communicating, but she's been under Coach T. She had a relationship with Coach T prior to that. And so she kind of knew how to say, okay, look, we're going to do this. This is what you're going to do. Make sure you go here. Stay cool, stay calm. All that's going to come for Ju with the new team that she has. But I wonder how right now I'm going to be without Miles, Citron, and King and Westbell. That's what I'm saying. And so, mark my words. I have so many scenarios. I want to see South Carolina and USC in the finals, but I have so many scenarios that could happen, to be honest with you guys, and it might surprise you, but it could. Speaking of Notre Dame, is that Notre Dame and UCLA could face each other, but UCLA, they cruising, they kind of chilling, to me, but the bottom half of their schedule is where, all the way to the Big Ten tournament, is where they're going to get tested, and we're going to see what they're made of, and so on and so forth, and how that's going to look. But they're well coached by Corey, I think, and they're very they have a great shot at going as far as they could, because when you're in the top seed, you're kind of cruising along into the eight, right, into the eight, maybe fourth, final four. So it's up to them. But if they allow us to knock them off like 3 times in a row, but I think Notre Dame, what I was going to say about Notre Dame is that you got all those people that you mentioned, Westbrook, Citron, Leatu, King, Miles, that are going to be gone. And then what's Hannah going to do? So she got to get it done now. Okay? So that's why I was saying, now UCLA going to come back with a lot of their pieces. A lot of their core pieces are going to be back. Our core pieces and adding some are going to come back. South Carolina, they're going to continue to build. LSU's getting a lot of young pieces and guards, still no big unless Del Rosario wakes up and becomes the giant and the beast that she needs to. Texas, Oldacre's a junior. I think Taylor Jones, the big tall white girl on their team center, she's like a senior. You know, Rory will be gone, but that's not necessarily going to hurt them because Madison does better being able to be the combo guard. So Tennessee losing pieces but gaining pieces. But they'll be young. They'll be freshmen. So yeah, it's going to be some great basketball coming up. There's going to be some knockoffs, some surprises. I don't care what anybody says. It's going to be some bumping around, switching places. But the only thing is with Notre Dame is they're in the conference that they're in could move them, with us knocking each other off, can move them to number 1. Because who the heck are they playing? Unless tonight Alaska gonna get in there and knock them off, or Georgia Tech, what are they doing? You feel? It's crazy that the way that things are going. It's like that's what. It's not because they played hard competition. They did it early, but hard competition to put them in first. You know what I mean? So that's gonna be a thing where it's like, don't be fooled by the AP, because some of that movement is not going to be battle tested. So I like the battle testers. I like learning from losses, and I think teams that learn from their losses, like I told you the story earlier, it's like there was a time when Pat had Summit Tennessee team with Shamika Hoslaw, they lost like 10 games. They lost something crazy, and that journey and the adversities that they went through off of that record, you would have never saw that coming. And it was a beautiful thing to see. It was outrageous how they fought back to win the national championship after not even looking like a championship team. Ellis needs to get LSU. What they need to do needs to get a big from the portal. I mean, you never know. Yeah, true. You never know. The next great big at LSU is still in high school and doesn't graduate until next year. Mondo, I never made it up. DT and Sue were in their own little competition. AP ain't shit until March. He said DT and Bird were in competition. Competition for what? Who's gonna stay in the Who's gonna win the most gold medals in the Olympics? that what you're talking about? DeWitt, what up? What up? You said I called that Texas win over South Carolina. Well, if I did it, it must have been something that I must have saw that could happen, but it would be hella close. Um, what, the crazy thing about Texas is that I never really saw all their pieces at the same time, and how I couldn't understand. Like, I was mad about it because I'm like, why do they see this team being as high as they are right now? Like, maybe, you know what I mean? They could be fourth all they want, just as long as we were third or second. I never actually. I felt like we should have been second, South Carolina in first. The UCLA situation, I didn't see that coming until I saw them play a couple of games in the beginning. Then I was like, good God, they got like they're so disciplined and fundamental, and just like I was like, ugh. And they already got they got the big girl, so. What is it? I guess I'm late, so I'll actually find people. Do the AP and net rankings align in regards to the top 10? No, they don't. I don't think they do. I think they still. I think they might got that wrong. I think they got South Carolina at the top. Obviously, UCLA is the top of AP. I think they got Texas and the net rankings too, and they're not. They might the net rankings is kind of cool though, because it's like when you look at it. I wish I could pull that up for you. The way that it's falling right now, the net rankings is kind of like foreshadowing. Even though South Carolina lost and dropped as far as it did, us beating UCLA and Tennessee, maybe I don't know. I was gonna say Tennessee beating that Texas. I think LSU. Did they play Texas yet? Certain things that are gonna happen in the SEC can make the net ranking kind of like be right, but they have us right where we are, and it's going on based on your quad one wins, and we haven't played it. We haven't yet played UCLA, which is going to make our winning would make our quad one wins go rank higher. We'll go higher. Ranked team, beating ranked team, especially beating a higher ranked team. So, one of the reasons I feel like we won against Ohio State was with 22 turnovers was our energy and our effort. Um, our energy was there. Our effort was there. Um, they were giving it all they got, even though I know that they probably still kind of felt a little bit weary from travel. But I think once we get into our time zone and we get back nutrition wise, sleep wise, um, really like they were thinking too much in the beginning. I see they were trying to do new things. Certain people need to snap out of it though. I ain't gonna say no names. Not Juju. Wasn't her. It was some other little things that little turnovers she made and others made that I was like, okay, it's not even that loud in here. It's like 8,000, almost 9,000 people in here. It wasn't that bad. Like, you're overthinking things. Like, you're trying to do too much. And I don't like the fact that I heard that Coach Gottlieb is going to call plays from the sideline once the transition is not there and you need to go into reading the offense and you get into a half-court set. Look, you need to put that idea of what they're going to do next already in that point guard's head, because we ain't going to hear you calling out nothing, being able to look back and hear what you got to say from the bench. And that just comes from maturity where our point guard or our guards kind of already know, chemistry wise, what needs to happen right now when you see this defensive setup and you see this happening or that happening. What are we gonna run? What are we gonna do? It can't be too many things you're gonna run, but don't throw too many things at them. AD Armando, Brea Cunningham is way better than her. You talking about Brea Cunningham from Arizona? Chemistry is important at this point. Yeah. But, at this point it's going to be like, who wants it more? Because, like, when I watched Tennessee play and beating UConn, it was just who wanted it more. When I saw Texas and I saw South Carolina, it came down to, like, who wants it? Because at this point, we're trading baskets. We're playing good defense. We're rebounding the same as you. Like, Nobody was out doing anybody. So it's like at this point, who wants it more? And those free throws are important. I trust us on the free throw line, but those free throws are hell of important. I didn't watch the USC Ohio State, so I will ask: were they doubling Juju in the first half, or is it she didn't need to be spectacular? I'll hang up and listen. I don't think. I think if she came anywhere near the paint, the double came, and so she quickly was able to dish off, and everybody was in their spot, not moving around, not like they were doing too much or catching it out of their spot and trying to move to the spot and shoot. They're starting to balance out and get to your spots. You know this is what's going to happen when Jew comes here. Move, and then they weren't all clunky and crowded in, but she was getting as soon as she touched the ball, all eyes on Ohio State was on her, and it was, and then she had she could have, when they were allowing her the space to shoot, it was early in the clock. That's not what we necessarily wanted, unless it was her coming down in transition. But once she stopped, she wasn't hitting. I think say like long distance shots, 3 pounder or long twos and the 3 pointers. She couldn't shoot anymore. It was like, you're off. You're not gonna make these. But when she powered through, posted up, transition baskets, she scored. But it wasn't even like she was really just like, she was trying to hit those shots, but they just weren't falling. But they were good shots that got the ball up. I tell you what, we really did a lot of. We really were trying to focus on taking advantage of their lack of size. So our focus was really getting Kiki the ball, getting Kennedy in the corner for some threes, getting flattening out. Like I think if she would have flattened out more to the corner, instead of standing next to the guard, like she should have went down to the corner more, like how Kennedy flattened out and put her mindset into being a wing. When we went to a 4 guard, 1 big setup, just flatten out and let the TiVo and Avery be at the top, and then Kiki, right? Or TiVo and Ken. It's like well, Ken would be flattened out with her, and then have TiVo and Avery be at the wing, the elbow, and then the wings in the elbow, and then also just flatten Ken and Ju out. That would have worked for her. She could have probably got a good look. Juju and USC have a systematical play style that allows defenses to make their vocal point. You know, the one more problem is at USC at this moment, but there's a good player. USC defense was tough in that game. Hell yeah, we were. TiVo was improving. TiVo was finding her spot. TiVo's got good defense, good physical defense. I like the way she bodies up some of the smaller guards. So TiVo, she does what we need her to do. And occasional threes, 1 or 2 will be amazing for her to get that and to drive. Heck, she sees a sliver opening, she's gone. She's fearless. That freshman is fearless. She goes right down the middle. She's fearless. I just don't want her to dive down the middle and run into bets. If she does, she needs to quickly turn and see Kennedy in the corner or Avery up to the right of her. But also, TiVo knows how to penetrate and throw out to the corner as well. But there's nobody on USC that Juju cannot score on. I don't care if it's Dukalex, Hawkins, Kiki, Tamia. I don't think there's anybody that she cannot score on. I think our guards are right there, if not better. And I think Clarice guards the hell out of Betts, just disrupts her at 6'6". Rhea just needs to, stop trying to block every shot. That's one thing she kept trying to do too much was you just need to make them get the ball out of their hands, change their shot up, but let the blocks come to you. If the block is there, let the block come to you. That's all I can say. Charisma Osborne guard Juju last year, so I was curious to who they're gonna have guard her. Now, if UCLA wants to go to a zone, then fine, we'll just post Juju up. And I say that because everybody else is fine on what we do with zones, especially if they can hit the outside shots. If we start hitting outside shots, they need to bump that zone. But in transition, we're fast. We move that ball. Kennedy will be flying down the court. Heck will be flying down the court. Like, I just feel like we're even. Like, by UCLA not dominating dominating Ohio State and us wearing Ohio State down and dominating like that. It's scary right now how good the Trojans can be with the turnovers that they got. So I'm excited, y'all. Y'all should be too, because this will make this is going to make a huge difference for us in terms of what we're going to look like and what we're going to be doing, say Thursday. You know what I mean? This will give a burst of confidence. Like like Kennedy is going to be super excited to this is like her first rival game. The freshmen are just they don't know no better. These freshmen are just fearless. They don't know any better. They just know that they chose USC. They bought into the culture. They're proud. They have pride. They Kiki, she has pride about USC. So if Coach Gottlieb and Coach Burns and Coach Deli, I forget his last name, Lamore, I can't remember. If they, Jocko, Lil Jocko's assistant coach, if they can scout and prepare them well, this should be definitely a great upset, like for us to others in the country, but not on the West Coast. It's not a big deal to me that they would upset them, but to outsiders, it's gonna be like you upset the number one team, woo. But I don't feel like that. I'm like they're nothing but UCLA to us. We see them all the time. The problem would be what would make me feel good is to win this, but to go into Poly Pavilion and upset them. That I want to see. But when we do it, we can't have a drop off and lose to Michigan or Washington or Illinois or anything crazy like that. We can't have no drop offs when we do that before we come back and we face them again before the tournament. Okay, tournament, anything goes and that goes for any conference at this point. Is like, you know, winning your the tournament is just an icing on the cake, but that doesn't gonna determine whether we win or lose. If that means that we could win it all, that doesn't mean that. So I'm sure I'll be corrected, but I haven't seen a lot of pick and roll motions from USC involving Juju. I think we need more of it. I think Coach G, I think with getting exploiting, like when you look at the matchups, right, and you properly assess who's guarding who, right, and I agree with you, like if there's a small guard on Jew, let Jew post her up, set a screen, then a down screen, up screen, whatever the case may be. They go into motion once the read and react offense is not there, I think. But I think when you see Jew struggle a little bit, I think there needs to be a set play for her to get the ball and score besides the inbound play. They always do the inbound play for her to get going, but I want her to stay and take short twos so that she can just see the ball go in the hoop, so I can see how her legs are if she's up underneath that shot. And really, like, I think the defense needs to. I think on offense they need to shield, not only just set a pick, y'all, but you shield people from her. Like, give her some space. Like, if you standing next to a person and she didn't necessarily use your screen, stop that player from going and rushing her. Like, they're always running like I'm open, but damn, like, could you come in and get this girl down here off of her from two or three people coming at her. You're just running to get open, but you can stop them. There's a way you can hold them off from going and to give her just enough space and enough time to score, if you know what I mean. Just realize I'm getting the Ole Miss Kentucky game tonight. Is it? Oh, Nori. Okay, I gotta watch that. Yes, an arrival. If an arrival is playing tonight, did anybody find out if they're gonna hold those games tonight? Because I think we're in the tournament, 1v1 tournament. I would love to see SoCal making bets uncomfortable for sure. We can do it. We can do it, Louie. Get her tired, also attack her, get her in foul trouble. Too many times I see teams shy away from big girls like bets. No, we don't shy away from her. We don't shy away from her. And Kiki and her were on the same team before. We're not afraid of bets. I agree, and that's what LSU's does. Read and react, not a lot of set plays. Yeah, that's that transition ball. And once you don't get the score on the transition, then you read what the defense is giving you, react to it, and then if you're still passing it around, you get past 18 seconds, it might be a play that needs to go in effect. Because I know when I played, it's like we will be in a matchup zone. It looks like a zone, but what it is once the ball goes into my area, if it goes into my area, then I go 1-on-1 with them. you know, then you can move. But other than that, don't switch. Don't switch. Let them go through, and then send them over to the player whose area that they're going to come into. That's their job. 'Cause sometimes teams set you up because they want you to switch. They want you to switch so that they can have the mismatch. Okay, it's on in 5 minutes. Nippy, you don't trust Red? Okay, don't trust Red. That's okay. We got Clarice. That's who we want. Clarice Akawafu. We want Clarice to come in. Small things Juju was doing that she's not in anymore. For example, that pull around foul line, she would step in like she was driving, which would give her space. But recently, she just pull up. Yeah, because she tried to do the step through. You know how she does a step through. She did it a couple of times. Or you can't see the Euro step anymore because they collapse on her. And so instead of forcing it, she hears everybody, coach everybody telling her, and she hears the stop forcing and stuff because they're not gonna give her always the and one for some reason. So she turns out, she comes back out, reset, and then they think she's resetting to pass this way, and then she goes. Just reevaluate, reset, and drive and burst. And when you drive, if that person comes here, big drop down, she'll drop the ball down to you. I think that's fatigue. Okay, cool, let's go. Okay, Rhea got into the last foul trouble against Best. She probably did. Not the first game. The first game Rhea had at home. Second game, sorry. At the Galen Center, the first game at the Galen Center, she had COVID. So that's when we got to see Clarice. That was the game I was at. Elite players play the game that needs to be played. So there must be fundamental reason for the changes. Yeah, you gotta go with who's ready, and if you making weird mistakes already when you come in, or you moving too fast, or you just making something dumb, you need to sit down for a minute. You need to sit down, or like Kiki does sometimes, like on big games, she'll be just doing weird stuff. Like Kiki, I know that Tyler Marsh is here, or the new Spark coach, whatever the case may be. Noe Quinn might be there. She played for UCLA. She's from Seattle. She's got the second round draft pick. Please don't go and worry about who's at the game and who's not at the game. Just have your head in the game and take your time. Make good choices. It's not that serious. You don't got to try out. They already know who they going to pick and who they not going to pick. They already know. They already seen you mess up. Just do good. Just take your time. Read what the defense is giving you. Don't force it. Please take your time. Go back up. And what I got a problem with the bigs is, where are you shooting the ball off the glass? Why do the guards like Kennedy and Juju know how to get a rebound and go back up? And you right there. What's up with these bigs with the bunnies, man? And I'm talking not just about us. I'm talking about across the league. What's up with these bunnies, bro? Like, I swear I will make you in practice for 1 hour work on your putbacks. Because it's looking real freshman-like. It's crazy. We won't see Juju in the W for 2 or 3. Isn't that crazy? And all the criticism, all the critique, and I'm like, you don't think she know? You don't need to tell her. She can see the film. She knows what's going on. There's stuff going on the court that we don't even see. There's times where, like, she's getting bumped, or maybe her players are out of place, or she wasn't supposed to get the ball at this moment, and she got to create this. She's facing doubles and all this, and it's like, I'm not making excuses because she score on 2 or 3 of y'all. But y'all got a problem when she do it. But that's all they can give her. Nobody says she was. I mean, I've seen her shoot lots of threes in high school. I've seen her make a half-court shot in college, beyond half-court in college, at the buzzer. But our trolls and bigs are the problem. And I hate to tell them that, but you are the problem. You are the weakest link. But yet you are the biggest. You are one of the best things that can take us to a national championship game because no one has like 6'6", 6'5", 6'4". You don't. No one has that. But if you don't see that you are an X factor, you are the biggest thing that USC needs when we got the guards. Catch the ball. Stop bringing it down or get your elbows out. Pivot. Do whatever. Get these people off you. Do what you got to do. Put them up. Pin them. Bounce. Get to the hole. Pump fake. Take your time. Pump fake. Get people in the air. I was watching them Tennessee bigs and I'm like, these girls is athletic. But look, I can go on and on what I can picture in my head with who needs to do this and who needs to do that. But everybody, whatever it is that they need to work on, let's just put a good game together. Work on what you need to work on. You can come out with a game plan all you want, but I tell you, it may not be something that is going to be applicable once you get there, because just like you're gonna see stuff that you normally haven't seen with USC. You're gonna see stuff from UCLA that they specifically are gonna prepare for as well. But I'm tired of them preparing for Juju though. I am sick of it. I'm like sick of it. I'm like, dang. And you want to tell me she not the best player in college basketball, but you got to prepare so much and so hard for her, like that is just like God, dog. It's like I know that her game. If I were her, I would go deeper. She's been going deeper in her back because I can see how she's pulling out, going behind her back, splitting the defense, dribbling between the legs, splitting. I mean, she's doing a lot. I see a lot of gifted stuff that she's doing. Going back door, getting the alley oops and things like that. It's just gonna stuff like that is gonna need to come more and more that they're gonna be together, and that their chemistry is gonna be there. So I'm really excited, even for next year to see these girls play more and more together. And yeah, we need and like I said, I think Coach Gottlieb, somebody said want to see more of Viv. I could watch her. She's gonna get there, and I think Laura Williams. I want to see her. We have some bigs waiting to come in. Gilbert said, "Did you see what Gilbert said at the game?" She was asked why she plays well against Tennessee. Her response was because they were late picking up the phone when she was in the portal. She said that. She said that. Gilbert is funny. The bigs are seniors. You talking about on our team? Yeah, they're seniors. Well, Clarice wants to go to med school. She's a pre-med student. Rhea wants to go in the draft. I'll say no comment on that. I don't know what's gonna happen, but and then Kiki's a senior. She said that. That's funny. She said that. Gilbert. I like Gilbert was playing less selfish again for LSU. She and I don't mean sometimes you got to play selfish, but she looked like she played more team ball and it made her game better and them better. I forgot she played with Jada. Who played with Jada? Jacob. Body language speaks. But I always say body language. Somebody told me, I got into it in the test chat. It was like, no, body language. And I said, no, body language speaks a lot. For me, if I see you kind of, your eye go down and your shoulders shrug, Hannah said it too. That's how she knows she's frustrating you when she's guarding you. Because your whole body language changes on her when she knows she's getting to you. That's how she begins to like exploit and steal the ball, because she can tell when you're getting worn down and frustrated. So if you don't think body language says a whole lot, it does. Even though if you do kind of like get down on yourself, you gotta like don't let it affect like your play, if that makes sense. Rakia versus Jackie Young 1-on-1. Okay. Oh, that'll be good. Jackie Young, I thought she was hurt, Nori. I got Rikia on that one. Why is Nafisa going against Katie Lou Samuelson? Because that's how they matched it up. Okay, y'all starting to watch the game. I'm going to go and watch the game. I don't have it on, but I'm glad you guys helped me get my blurriness fixed here. That's what I needed. Wrenches, Nippy, you gave me your thing. I'll try to fix that. But we'll see when I come back. I don't know when I'll be back, but whenever I come back up, please hit your notification button. If you're first time here, you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button, hit that like button, tell a friend to tell a friend. I'm going to go watch these games. Come back and see me sometime. I'm going to watch this game, not to bring it up, but short spot, but against Iowa D were playing like dog, but I thought USC spacing was good. I agree. I don't know what they were doing in Iowa. I don't know what that was. I know that Iowa was doing. It was crazy because the thing that I think they just played out extremely well. I knew that they would step it up a bit, and I don't know. I think the energy wasn't there, not so much the effort. But anyway, guys, I'm going to let you guys go to watch these games, get some dinner on, or whatever it is you need to do. And I want to thank you guys for joining me for this candid conversation, and I'll see you soon. Peace.
Thank you.